Well, friends, it's a beautiful June 21st morning, and we're getting ready for a 3-day ride into British Columbia's beautiful East Kootenays. We'll be leaving here shortly, heading south, picking up one more rider in Olds, Alberta, and picking up a second rider in Cochrane, Alberta. From that point, the three of us will turn west, head into the mountains, and over the next 3 days, we'll hit Cranbrook, Creston, Kootenay Bay Ferry, Caslow, New Denver, the Cusp, Revelstoke, back home through Canmore. So 3 days of riding some of the best roads in Western Canada. Highway 3A, probably one of the best roads in British Columbia, and a lot of similarities to Lolo Pass. Anybody that rides Washington or Idaho's Lolo Pass, you'll see the similarities to this. So stay tuned. We're on our way here shortly. We just got to gear up, and then we're out of here.
Well, we've had a great run down from Edmonton. Pretty wet initially, coming out of Edmonton and coming down through the central part south of Red Deer. But once we headed west into the mountains and got to Canmore, it started to break up and clear up a little. And now we're just coming into Radium Hot Springs on Highway 93. And the sun is basically come out, rain has stopped, temperature hasn't gotten any warmer. I've got the electric vest on. It's that cool, but it's better than what we had at lunchtime when it was pouring rain in Cochrane. Come through the tunnel and the hot springs will be on our left. Slow down a little bit. Even speed trap right through here. And there we are. Hot springs on the left. Gate. Officially out of the park. You guys need fuel?
I'm okay for another 150 or so.
I got half a tank. What do you got?
Range says 236 remaining.
235.
Yeah.
How are you?
What's that?
You need fuel?
I won't make Cranbrook. I think it's more than 100K, isn't it? There's a Tim Hortons like 10K down there.
Yeah, you're right, there is.
Down that way too.
Yeah, you're right, there is. You want to head down there? Okay, well, let's head down there and we'll stop there.
Okay.
Who wants to lead? Go for it. You can go. Well, here we are in Creston, BC, for those of you that are joining us. We had a rainy ride, cold ride yesterday down from Edmonton, but as you can see today, it's looking really, really nice out. We're going to do up the east side of Arrow Lake, up to Caslow. That'll be our next run, and we're just loading up here now. Two guys ready to go, waiting for me. So stay tuned. I'll pick up some video as we're riding up the lake. Well, it's funny how things change. Here we are just north of Creston, and you'll notice instead of 3 bikes, we only have 2 bikes. And one of our bikes and one of our bikers has just got transported back to Creston. He came around the corner that you see up here in front of us, and his bike just quit. Just like someone had turned the key off. So he coasted down the side of the road and pulled in where my friend is over there, and the bike wouldn't start. So we pushed it over here on this side of the road where we had more room to work on it, and it is dead. Turn the key on, the lights come on, everything works, but when you hit the starter, all it does is turn over with no sound of it sparking or igniting. And so we had a gentleman in a BMW that stopped, and he lives in Creston, so he went in and got his half-ton truck and a trailer. Hey, very nice of him, came back out, and so he's just hauled our friend off into Creston. So what was supposedly a leisurely day today up to Revelstoke, it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're only 20 minutes north of Creston. We've probably got 3 to 3.5 hours of riding ahead of us before we get to Revelstoke. So some of our time spent poking around in places like Caslow probably won't happen, and we'll just push through to Revelstoke. Well, here we are, Kootenay Bay Ferry Terminal. Ferry's in, just unloaded. Everybody's starting to get ready to get on the ferry. Oh, front line's going on already. We got 6 full rows of traffic here with about 15 cars in each row, and they'll get them all on. They put new ferries on the runs here that are bigger than they were before. So the amount of wait time is, the occasion of people getting left behind, having to wait for the second ferry, has really dropped off. And that's not something that we experience on the bikes, because normally we get sent to the front of the line and plugged into a little hole, and we get on regardless. So we got a mixed bag for weather. We had more rain coming up from where we separated from our buddy with the broken bike, and hopefully the rest of our day today will be dry. Well, that's the first line on. There we go. Cool. Preferential parking. There, I like that. Cool. We got a coffee shop on board.
Yeah, this one's a little more advanced than that other old path.
Well, the other one, there was nowhere to hide from the rain. It was pouring rain. You stood out there and got soaked. This is pretty uptown being under the overhang. Yeah. Anyways, we'll sign out for a little while. They finish loading everything up. And then we'll be back.